All right, welcome back to another episode of Knick Thoughts. My name is Mr. King. Please like and comment and subscribe to this channel. Also, remember to find me every week at Knick's Morning Coffee with my partner, Joe Cool, and like and comment there as well if you haven't already. All right, last night, big game against the Philadelphia 76ers. But first, we have to go back and at least just mention the game against Cleveland. Not a good one for us. What Rubio did, Ricky Rubio put on a show. Sometimes guys like that come in and do that. They just can't be denied. But as a team overall, it wasn't what he did that killed me. It was what the other guys was doing. He started draining threes, penetrating. He just had his will with us. Everybody get that in the NBA. I just find it odd that in every loss this year, somebody on the other team, are unknown pretty much as far as not the star player, is going off of record numbers, career numbers. And we got to try to do something about that. But kudos to Ricky Rubio. This is the NBA. That's the kind of performance you want out of guys every now and then. But as far as the Philadelphia 76ers, okay, we got them twice now. Okay, they was shorthanded. Not our problem. I mean, did they rest Embiid? Was it a regular rest day? Was it no respect for us? Or was it because Mitch was out? But either way, it balanced out. Now, they also without Harris and Thibault, key players. And, of course, Ben Simmons is not playing. But, again, this is the NBA. Every night you're going to go up against somebody with some type of a problem. Even when we have problems, nobody feels sorry for us. So, with that said, we still pulled out the win. Now, the first quarter, to me, it was starting to look a little bit shaky. Just, even though we were playing well, I didn't see how the continuity wasn't there for me to see how we were going to sustain that. And now that has to come from the coach and also got to come from the leader, which is Randle. He took on that leadership role last night. He said he would. And then also it's got to come from at least one of the guards. We got to stay focused. We got to stay focused and locked in. There was a time when it was just Randle seemed to have had the energy. And we can't have that. We got too many good guys. We have too much talent and too many skilled guys to fall into these lapses. But what I did like is when Randle got rolling, it did get contagious, and he still was sharing the ball. So that's a positive sign that the Knicks are growing. Now, we got Philadelphia twice. We got Milwaukee. We got Chicago. And we got Boston, even though Boston is somewhere near the middle toward bottom of the pack. But still, when we really do get rolling, nobody can't really say we only did it against the bad teams, underhanded or not. You have to beat those upper echelon teams to really keep yourself in the conversation. One of the things I would like to see, I still would like to see Evan Fournier get more shots. I think there were times in the game that when it seemed like it was slipping, I think we could run the two-man pick and roll with Fournier and Kemba Walker, the pick and pop, just to keep everybody honest and make sure that he gets those shots in the right spots, because he shoots too good to not get at least 12 to 15 shots a game. He just has too much of a good stroke. Now, some of his driving into the lane and losing the ball, he seems to do that once or twice a game, but that needs to be cleaned up. But overall, his jump shot is one of the best in the league, and we got to take advantage of that, and we have to manifest that shot. He has to know when he gets to the gym, he's getting 12 to 15, open looks. I also like what Derrick Rose was doing. Wasn't a typical Derrick Rose night, but he kept the defense back on their heels. Those are the kind of things that we need. Kemba, he came in and he played not great, but he played a typical Kemba type game. When he had to penetrate and get a basket, he did that. He does recognize that. I think as the season goes on and he'll start feeling like he's not stepping on anybody's toes, he'll give us even more of a consistent effort. RJ is RJ right now. We need RJ, as bad as you can need anybody. He didn't have the great numbers last night, but he's there when it counted. We're starting to get to the point where we can really depend on RJ, and we need that. His defense is starting to get up there into that stellar performance at times, but also his jump shot has opened up his drive. So now when he get the ball, the defense don't know what he's going to do. Also like to see us with Obi. When Obi gets the ball out and on one of the wings in isolation, the defense don't know what Obi's going to do, because Obi can shoot it and Obi can drive it, and Obi can also extend the drive. So I also would like to see us take more advantage of Obi when he's in the game and call a number for him, and recognize it when he's on one side of the court by himself, let's get him the ball and let him know he's getting the ball, because we have too many weapons not to use them all at our disposal and make some of these games that should kind of be almost blowouts, be tight. And we have to do something about that. We have to do something about that now. Now, again, we are still a work in progress. All right. I noticed the other night against Cleveland, the fourth quarter, Barrett and Fournier didn't play a minute. So, that can be a cause for concern of where coach's mindset is. Now, right, if it's not going, you got to try something new, which he did. He put Grimes in. We just couldn't stop those guys that day. That was their day. We got to give Cleveland that. But, you can't have, when you have two of your starters sit the whole fourth quarter now, you got to start thinking what's going on. And is Tibbs starting to get a little bit antsy because he knows he has a whole bench full of people. Now, we also have who coming up, Milwaukee, tomorrow. We don't know if Mitch or Nerlens is going to play. We don't know who's going to play on their team in terms of Lopez or Middleton. If they're back, I would assume that they are. But we have to keep this grind going because we have a schedule coming up in the East that is going to be really, really brutal. And we need all hands on deck, including the guys on the bench that are not playing. At any time, coach got to put you in and you got to be ready. But so far, the season is in parity. Everybody's pretty much in the same boat. It's one game, two games that separate, I think, like 1 through 10 or 1 through 11. So it's tight. So any 2 or 3 game skid can knock you all the way down to the bottom of the pack. All right, so with that said, let's get ready for Milwaukee tonight. Kudos to the Knicks for the big win in Philly last night. Undermanned or not, it's still Philly. They're the best team in the East. And we did what we had to do. All right, till next time, peace.